Hey guys, welcome to Painted Prayers. Uh, Today is not August the 24th. I am going to change that to Painted Prayers Final Review. Welcome back. I started these paintings, I think it was 2.5 weeks ago, around there, and just gotten finished with them. I was waiting for a little bit for um, just the conclusion of one of the paintings that I was working on. Um, so yeah, welcome. If you guys have any, if any of you are watching me live or whatever, feel free to leave a comment either now or later. If you have anything to add to these paintings, or if you just like to say hi, I would love that. It's always good to collaborate with people. I'm gonna try using their background music, just to see if that's gonna help us just a little bit. Alright. So, today, I was going to reveal for the two people that I was working for. And Leslie, we'll do you first. And yours is this is your final reveal. I'll just give you a second to have a look at that before I even say anything. I'm trying to move it over just a little. There you go. Yeah. So it's a little different. Just give me one sec here. I'm going to turn that down. And there we go. So in your in your backgrounds, what I was seeing, Leslie, like if I was to give this painting a name, it would be Delivery. And there's a symbol of the stork there with a little baby in it, but that doesn't necessarily mean a physical child, but rather symbolic of something that I feel is about to be delivered to you in spirit, or a blessing that's coming your way. And that it's going to be birthed through you, like that he's going to birth something new in you. And so this delivery is coming. There's a sunset. Another word that I had for you was that it was an expensive something, and also a pile to remember us by. So over here, we have a pile of rocks. And oftentimes in the Bible, when the Lord was doing stuff for people, he would have them do some form of a marker or a sign or a pile of rocks that would be a reminder, a physical reminder to the people of what God did in that place. So for example, in 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12, it just says, "Then Samuel took a stone and set it between Mizpah and Shen, and called its name Ebenezer, saying, 'Thus far the Lord has helped us.'" And also, when Joshua led the Israelites through the Jordan River, when the people got to the other side, they set up an altar or a pile of rocks to remind them of what God had done, how God had delivered them in the past, and knowing and trusting that faithfulness, and being able to have faith that He will deliver again in the future. So from past to future, and to be able to say, "Hey, this is my testimony. This is what the Lord has done for me and in me, and I can trust Him, and I can believe for something more, in the future." And there was also kind of a theme of two, like there was just double, so just take that as it is. But that's just another thing that I was sort of seeing. The other thing I notice here is that there's these two people that are have got their hands up in the air, and they're just uh, worshiping the Lord and uh, giving Him glory and praise. And I just believe, like, I just felt to tell you, like, there was this one night when I was sleeping, and when I woke up, it was like the middle of the night, and there was this song that I was hearing in my imagination. It was just like, that Jesus never fails us. And I believe that your testimony and worship gives the Lord glory, and that He will use you to inspire worship and give deliverance to those who witness the goodness of the Lord in your life. And so I believe that in, like, when you worship the Lord, when you give Him praise, that it will bring deliverance and inspire worship from those around you. And I believe that the Lord is continuing to use you in that way. Another verse that I had for you was 2 Chronicles chapter 9, verse 12. And it says that, and King Solomon gave to the Queen of Sheba all that she desired, whatever she asked, because she brought to the king, besides what she had brought to the king. So she turned and went back to her own land with her servants. So the main thing that I wanted to say there was that even when the Queen of Sheba came with all these gifts and stuff like that, Solomon gave to her all that she desired. And one thing that I find myself kind of saying a lot is that you can't outgive God. And so when you're giving to Him, just know that that there are blessings that He has for you that's coming, and it's good. It's a good. Those who sow generously will reap generously, and I just want to say that I feel like that's an important thing in your life. That not to be afraid to give of yourself, and also just to know that there's a theme of deliverance, both coming and going. He has delivered you, and He will, and I feel like He will use you to deliver, which is so cool, to bring freedom. Leslie, thank you so much for your patience. I've been learning a new job, and it's been quite the ride, literally. But also these, I like to wait on the Lord and make sure that, I want to hear Him for the people that I'm painting for. So I just take my time with them sometimes. But this one is for Sherry Lynn. I'm going to play this one for you. So, Sherry Lynn, thank you for being on my easel and in my hat. I'm just going to explain to you this painting just a little bit. In your background, we were talking about an explosion, and so there was a hard ground. There was that you were too quiet and that you needed to make some noise. There's a debate and stand in a face kind of feeling to your painting, that you're a trendsetter and that you might need to look into getting a social media channel if you do not already have one. Because I feel like this need to use your voice, Sherry Lynn, and that you've just been too quiet. So on this painting, we have two hands, and what they're doing is something like this, okay? And it's actually a symbol of debate. So it's like one view and another view coming together and debating their points of view. And this kind of like hand position is like as though you were over the eyes. So one person is seeing one way, the other person is seeing another way, and you have this debate, right? And sometimes, like, I don't know about you, but it can be debate, or it can be rather intimidating to try to hold your ground against somebody else. But I feel like the Lord is wanting to move you more, if you're not already, into that, because there's a gift that He has placed in you that needs to be cultivated, and it needs to come out more. And so in Acts chapter 16, verse 25, it just says, I actually wrote the verses this way because I thought painting was going to be this way. About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. And then suddenly a strong earthquake that shook the foundations of the prison all at once flew open, and everyone's chains came loose, which is very cool. Then Hosea, chapter 10, verse 12, it says, sow righteousness for yourselves and reap the fruit of unfailing love, and break up your unplowed ground, for it is time to seek the Lord until He comes and showers righteousness upon you. Acts chapter 18, verse 24, it says, on His arrival, He was of great help to those who by grace had believed, for He powerfully refuted the Jews in public debate, proving from the scriptures that Jesus was the Christ. That verse is one of the key verses of your painting. Also, that break up your foul ground, break up your hard ground, and sow seeds. Those two things I really felt strongly about your painting. So I get the impression that your compassion for people sometimes holds you back from taking a stand and saying the hard thing. And I just felt, here, just a second. People are all calling me right now, of course. I just felt that the Lord, like, He, hold on. Yeah, like your obedience to enter into debate with certain people or to say what the Lord has put on your heart to say and to speak up, it won't break hearts. It will actually be used to make them more whole. And so I just, like, correction can be healing to somebody who's stepping in the wrong in a path that could cause them harm, you know. And so I just felt like you just needed to know that. So be encouraged. So I call this one "Make Some Noise." All right. Those are the two paintings that I had for today. If you're interested in having a painted prayer, I have a little banner for that. If you would like a painted prayer, just say add my name to your hat in the comments, and or you can shoot me a message, and I will put you on my hat. I have 3 more people in my hat, and then after that I have some room. So feel free to add your name to my list if you'd like, and I will paint for you. I usually suggest a donation of about $60 for one of these, okay? Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you next time on Painted Prayers. So, hasta luego.